You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, July 18th. Good morning, Tucson. Hanging out with you this morning. Got some friends stopping by here in just a little bit. We're going to have a lot of fun to wrap up the week, get you geared up for the weekend. In fact, Neil's going to pop in, give you the deal of some cool events that are happening around the old Pueblo that you can go out and entertain yourself with, including some discounted events. While Chef Gary in the building, film critic Herb Stratford, all that and more happening today on the show. Plus, we're going to be giving away tickets at 8:10 this morning. Your last opportunity to win those tickets for Volbeat, which is right around the corner. So be ready for that. And we're going to give away tickets for Gaslight Anthem, and that's happening here in the next 2 minutes. But first, there is some audio I'm going to play for you from last night. Pretty big deal in the entertainment industry. Here's a clip from The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Check this out.
Before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
All right. Now, this is a pretty sad, story if you're a fan of Stephen Colbert. It's reminiscent of a parent talking to you about how you're never going to see your grandfather again or something like that. Yes, it was announced that CBS has cut ties with Stephen Colbert. And it's going to be the end of his now 10-year run as the number one late night talk show host that they have here on network television. Now, why would they cancel the number one late night talk show host? So a couple reasons. First and foremost, a lot of people speculate it's because of this Paramount merger that is continuing to be a headache for CBS and Paramount because they have to get approval from the FCC. The FCC, of course, is the government. And in that situation is, if you infuriate the government, well, maybe the person at the top of the government, and then you're not going to be able to get this deal done. And that was kind of the scenario. Stephen Colbert was always a loud opponent of the current administration and would always kind of joke as late night television show hosts would do. And it was just too much of a liability for CBS. So they announced after settling a certain lawsuit for $15 million to the president that they are going to sever ties with him. And now, of course, it's bad news for his audience. They all booed, but it's actually kind of good news if you're a Stephen Colbert fan. And I'll explain why. Because not too many people kind of get that end date, if you will. A lot of times you get laid off, you're just done. Right. And you show up or you finish your shift or your last show. And then you get into the meeting right after your show. And they're like, oh, by the way, you're not going to do another show. And that's usually how they do it. They kind of, pull the rug out from underneath you in the entertainment industry. And I know because I've been through that myself. Right. In this scenario, you have an entire year of knowing that your last show is coming up. And you have an opportunity to go balls to the wall, go all out and give 0 Fs altogether. And, I would hope that's what Stephen Colbert does and tries to make this last year the best year. And, of course, he's definitely made enough money during the 10 years as a late night talk show host. He's going to be fine. And you'll probably see him pop up on various streaming services. Who knows? But is this the end of late night talk shows in general? Industry's insider talk about it. The trades have been talking about how all late night shows are struggling because they're expensive and complicated to produce, and people don't watch them as much as they did back in the day, especially young adults. But the argument is, through traditional linear TV, right? But you're seeing clips of late night talk show hosts on YouTube. I think Jimmy Kimmel Live just has 20 million subscribers. So there's ways to monetize a network television show through multiple platforms, not just the traditional television sense. And that's kind of where it was. As far as The Late Show, they drew an average of 2.5 million viewers during their last season that ended in June, ahead of Jimmy Kimmel Live on ABC and The Tonight Show on Jimmy Fallon. So they were number one of three. And so, and when you're not even safe as the number one show, woo, it's a weird world we live in. But we'll see what happens over the next year. And that was the major announcement and end of an era. Now, they said they are not going to replace him, right? They, in fact, actually, in a very kind of ass-kissing like statement, CBS said, we consider Steven irreplaceable and will retire the Late Show franchise after 33 years. Of course, the Late Show was all started with David Letterman when he made the switch from NBC to CBS, and that was 33 years ago. And it's been a moneymaker for CBS ever since. They've been wanting to get into the late night talk show game for a long time. Now, they say it's purely a financial decision against challenging backdrop in late night. It is not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount, which a lot of people are calling BS on this, a present company included. So, we will see. We will see if they'll hold up their word and not replace Stephen Colbert. We will see if this is not a bait and switch. Only time will tell. But as of right now, Stephen Colbert has told his audience that he is stepping away at the end of May. And that'll be the end of the Late Show franchise on CBS altogether. Crazy stuff. But, as time continues to go on, the one thing that is going to be sure and constant is change. But I have a good way to start off our Friday. That's with giving away a pair of tickets for the Gaslight Anthem. And I want to play a game. 600 KFMA, 600-5362. If you want to win tickets to see the Gaslight Anthem, give me a call right now. We'll do a quick question and play around to the 5-second rule. Okay. With that said, 600 KFMA, 600-5362. Gaslight Anthem is coming to Tucson. I did that earlier. In fact, actually, I'll see if you guys could do as well. I mean, we didn't get a winner, and I could still do this on the air. But welcome back. We're live on the podcast broadcast stream, as you know. Chef Gary's in the building. Yeah. We're gonna have Herb Stratford here in a little bit. The beautiful and talented Mari.
Hello.
Yes. All right. So I'll start with you, Chef Gary. Oh. Let's do the 5-second rule. Okay.
All right.
And this is the question I asked this morning. I did not get a winner on it. Okay. You got 5 seconds on the clock. You give me 3 answers for 5 seconds. Run out. Okay. Now Stephen Colbert announced today that he got shit canned. That's the best way to say it. It's the nicest, softest way to say you're done, son. Okay. Name 3 former late night talk show hosts.
David Letterman, Johnny Carson. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, I stumped him. I stumped the chef.
It was the former that got me.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was going to say Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's still.
Right. Yes, absolutely. And welcome to the stream, Adam. Yeah, beef cows are vegan. Yeah, this one is. All right, so yes, you could have said many. You could have said, you think you got it, Mari? Let's see.
No. Okay. Jay Leno, David Letterman, Conan O'Brien.
There you go.
Oh.
Look at that. Jay Leno, Arsenio Hall.
Oh.
Yeah, you could have said Chevy Chase. You could have said Joan Rivers. You could have said, there's a bunch that
I
tried
hung up
and
in my
busted.
head.
James Corden, Yes. All these.
Oh.
Yeah. I fired off,
It's
man.
easy because you got the list.
No list. There's no list. The list is here. Doing morning radio and late night talk show hosts are kind of two in the same.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel started as a morning radio guy. Transitioned.
Oh, remember the Man Show?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember the Man Show, which they canceled the hell out of that. I mean, you can't even play clips of the Man Show anymore because it's just like, no, it's a different time. But we watched the Man Show when we were in like college, right? It was our coming of age kind of thing. So girls on trampolines, all that stuff. Every episode of the Man Show. Adam Carolla, another radio guy.
Oh.
Yeah. In fact, he was hired on by Jimmy Kimmel. And so the way that Adam Carolla got into radio is kind of the same way that Rico got into radio. It's where it's just like, hey, come on in,
hey, friend.
Do some radio.
Hey,
so
friend.
Jimmy Kimmel was going to do like a celebrity boxing match, right? They had this kind of beef. He had beef with another guy on the radio thing. So they were going to do a boxing thing. as like a stunt, and he needed to be trained. So he went to the gym to be trained by a boxing coach, and Adam Carolla was that boxing coach. And they got to know each other, and Adam was super funny, and they were kind of, quipping back and forth. And so then Adam's like, hey, Jimmy, he's like, I always really want to do that radio, man. Like, can I get a job and, maybe drive the promo van or something? And Jimmy's like, no, if you get a job driving the promo van, then that's you. You're the guy who drives the van. You need to come up with a segment idea or a character. And then I'll start incorporating you on the Kevin and Bean show, which was the #1 rated show in Los Angeles at the time. And so he did. He came up with the Bertram character. And then would start calling in as this character. That built up. Then he started going part-time. And then they had a late-night talk show host that had an opening, or a late-night show that had an opening. That show was called Loveline. Yep.
I loved Loveline.
He got the ability on Loveline, and the rest is history. Then the dude started making bank. And he doesn't necessarily like me too much as a person. I have issues with Adam Carolla. I've had spent a weekend. I've interviewed him several times. I spent a weekend opening up for him at the Tempe Improv. And when I did stand up for the very first time, even though I was specifically told not to try stand up for the first time.
I remember this story.
I did it 6 times, sold out shows, and he's just like, and then afterwards he went on his podcast, talk shit about me and my friend Buddha and Laugh Track. It was super easy to find me after that, because those 3 names kind of like is easy to find in SEO. Talked about my appearance. I kind of like riff to him. I was going through a breakup at the time, because that's how I'm always going through a breakup, So, yeah. And so he kind of made me infamous for a minute there. Good old Adam Carolla. Rock 102.1 KF, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. If you're watching along on the podcast broadcast, you saw that Chef Gary sucks at games, which is good, because I want to play another game.
Oh.
All right, this one is a little different. I did come across the list of words that we mispronounce more frequently than others. Okay? So it's between Mari and Chef Gary. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spell that word. And you have to properly pronounce that word. And then I'll give you my pronunciation of said word. Okay? Yeah, it's going to be tough, because I'm going to be spelling things out. But I think Chef Gary, he's already shown that he knows how to spell.
Yes.
Like he flexed
he
off
has
the air
this.
with Jonathan. Yeah. Okay. So
We'll see.
we'll see. All right, here's the first word. CROISSANT.
Mari?
Yeah,
No.
well, I mean, who? Yeah, which one?
Croissant.
It's croissant. Hey, you're a chef. How do you pronounce it?
Croissant.
Croissant. You say croissant?
It's croissant.
Croissant. Yeah.
Croissant?
Yeah. Is croissant or it's croissant, no T. No T. It's often
Croissant.
pronounced croissant, but no, it's
Croissant.
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 Croissant. I know, it's tough.
Wow.
It's an awesome name to say. I'll be honest. Croissant. Like next time when you go out to breakfast, make sure you order a croissant. You do it just like that. All right, what about this? ACAI.
I see.
Incorrect.
Acai.
Yes, you got to go acai. Yes. Acai. Yeah, I know. It's a tricky word, but
I
I mean,
love acai
like I
bowls.
said, these are the words that we mispronounce the most. All right. What about this one? SCHEDULE.
Shuttle?
Shuttle.
SCHEDULE.
Schedule. No.
Well, in the U.S., it's pronounced schedule, all right, or schedule. Schedule in the UK.
There's no way that's schedule.
Yeah,
Schedule?
yeah, schedule.
Schedule.
Schedule is spelled SCHEDULE. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right, what about this one? PORSCHE.
Porch.
No.
Porsche.
Ah.
Yeah. It's
got it.
Porsche. Yes, you got to be bougie. If you just say Porsche, it means you can't afford one.
Porsche,
Yeah.
as Joey would say.
Yes. All right. And let's see. Let's do one more here. Let's see. This one will be easy. GYROSCOPE.
Hero Shop?
No.
Gyroscope.
Gyroscope. It's gyroscope. Yes. All right. Look at that. Chef Gary just redeemed himself.
He did.
This
Way
is
to
a
go.
tie.
High five for you.
Well, we'll do a couple more on the podcast broadcast stream. Be back with your Florida ma'am of the day right after music from 3 Days Grace. You can join us youtube.com/beefvegan or keep it right here on Rock 102.1.
I want Greek food.
Yeah, I know. I think gyro. Yeah. I mean, how do you pronounce it? Gyro or gyro?
I don't know, but I'm learning that
It's gyro.
It's gyro.
Yeah,
Gyro.
Yeah, thank you. See, you're a chef, you know. I get mad about it. Just because I love gyros so much and Greek food altogether,
Mhm.
you know. But I feel like you're going to work this weekend, right? I mean, you're wearing your chef garb, right? And which one are you going to be at?
I'll be all around. I'll be downtown mostly though.
Okay. And you doing lunch stuff and everything too?
Yeah.
What time does
We're doing
Charo Steak open today?
Well, 3:00.
3:00.
We're doing training and
Okay. All right.
it's like herding cats right now.
Right. Is it difficult to keep people in the restaurant industry right now?
I was talking to Mari about it. It's actually we're very fortunate. We have a very high retention rate with our company. We've had people working for us for 30, 40 years.
Wow.
The original Charo. I
yeah.
mean, I remember talking with Ray Flores about it, and he told me how much those servers make a year, and I'm like, motherfucker, I should be serving tables. What am I doing waking up at 4:00 in the morning for? Jesus.
But we had 280 applications roll out for the new restaurant, so we're kind of sifting through those. We hired about 45 people, so just trying to get all those people in one room and new personalities and trying to figure out who can retain what and move forward.
Right. I got a question here on the Instagram stream. Have y'all had the gyro from Costco?
No, they're doing that.
Is that a thing?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Costco. Yeah, I was just at Costco yesterday. I didn't
See the gyro? Yeah.
No, I always get that. I always get the hot dog soda combo.
Yeah. You know what you need to do is chef list as far as places you eat in town too. Maybe a Tucson foodie feature or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, what quality is all about.
Have you been to Opa's Best right there? It's right by your house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On
No, I get
Speedway?
Opals all the time.
So good.
There's also another place. I forget the name of it, but it's walking distance of my place. I actually enjoy more than Opa. And it's right there off of Speedway and almost Country Club. Right. And it's in there, a little place. But yeah, it's always great food. A little pricey. Opa's a good deal. Like Opa's a good spot where I would get just like DoorDash to me. And then feel like I'm on a diet and I'm eating all clean. But what I did was get like a gyro salad with like extra tzatziki and extra meat. And
It's a salad.
I know, but it's just like iceberg lettuce, right? So it's just like water and meat. But now I'm going to have to eat that today. See what you did to me, Chef Gary?
It wasn't me. It was Mario in her Euro shop.
That's true. Well, it was technically apple puff. So thanks for that question.
How did I not know schedule though?
Me either.
I
That
know.
was crazy.
I don't know.
Schedule?
I don't know. Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA live on the podcast broadcast, streaming on Instagram and youtube.com/beefvegan. It's Friday. I feel like it's a good time to squeeze in a Florida ma'am story of the day. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it.
Florida man, Florida man,
Ma'am.
catch an alligator in the trash can. If you can't do it, no one can. Come on now, Florida man.
All right, today's Florida ma'am from Key West is an empathetic creature. A lot of Florida ma'ams actually, they do have empathy.
For sure.
They want, everything to be super sweet and nice. And something that will trigger them is seeing any kind of like animal in distress or, God forbid, get like hit by a car and die. So here's the deal. There was a Florida man who was driving inside an Uber and her Uber driver accidentally ran over a chicken. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, I know. It is sad. Why did the chicken cross the road? To die.
No.
I know. Let's solve that riddle right there. Unfortunately, the chicken didn't make it to the other side of the road. Now, she was so upset by this that she ended up taking out bear mace, which
What?
every Florida man usually rocks in her purse, and spraying the driver directly in the face, right?
While driving.
While driving, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that car had to pull over. Another driver decided to pull around, repeatedly honking, and ended up hitting and killing the bird as well, even more so. Yeah. And so to teach that driver a lesson, she allegedly whipped out the bear spray, aimed it at another car as well, and sprayed them with bear mace too. She basically went on like a bear mace spree,
Mhm.
spraying anyone who would slow down enough for it to get in proximity. all because this chicken died. Now, fun fact. This segment's brought to you by Raising Cane's, KFC's, everything else. I mean, chickens die all the time and they're delicious. But this woman, she wasn't going to have it. Probably super vegan. Probably my soulmate. I haven't met her yet. But she'll be locked up in jail for the foreseeable future for assault with bear mace over the chicken who did not cross the road.
Wow.
I know. That's our legendary Florida man story of the day. Are you crying inside?
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's hit the reset. We got more coming up, including all the reviews with film critic Herb Stratford right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Oh, yeah, we got to talk Iron Chef, which we're going to do here in a moment as well. I know.
So we went to the cruise, and
Yeah.
then, like, my wife's a gamer, so, like, the whole, like, trip was, like, to go meet her gamer friends in Florida, whatever.
When you say gamer, like online gaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like WoW or what?
No, like, I don't get involved.
Yeah.
She'll try to talk to me about it. I'm like, I love you, babe. Just
Why
have
are
fun.
all online friends in Florida? It seems like that's always the case, but okay. Yeah.
But so we went to the cruise, and then we went from Tampa to Orlando and stayed in Orlando.
Uh-huh.
But we weren't like in Orlando. We were like in the swamplands, like in the guy's house that we were staying at. It was just huge. It was like 40 acres, like a horse ranch, whatever, swampland.
Wow.
His neighbor was the guy that caught the alligator in the trash can.
Oh, that went
Really?
viral.
Yeah.
That we got the song
Yeah.
from. That's amazing.
Yeah, but like we got there, and he was just like, "Yeah," he's like, "This is Florida," and this and the other. We're out in the sticks, like he's like, and we stayed in like he had like a fifth wheel or whatever. He's like, "Just be careful if you're gonna." He's like, "If you're gonna go out at night, make sure you have a flashlight and
Check for
whatnot."
gators.
Yeah, check for gators. And he's like, "Yeah, my neighbor was the guy that caught the alligator in the trash can." I was like, "Dude, we have a segment back home called Florida Man."
You didn't get a picture of that guy? You
No,
should have took a
he-
picture of that guy immediately
I
and sent
know.
it to me. That's
we
a
didn't see him.
a
He was-
true blue legend.
Yeah.
Did you check the trash can?
Yeah. So I had to tell you that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wild.
Yeah. Oh,
Of
I
all
would have
the
freaked out
places.
too.
I
You're like,
know.
that's a song we hear all the time. That's how legendary he is. All right, let's get ready for Herb Stratford. Earlier this morning, we did F My Life. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out.
It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air on this Friday morning, you can give us a call at 600 KFMA, that's 600-5362. And if Mari and I agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets for the Gaslight Anthem performing at the Rialto Theater, yes, on Wednesday, August 6th. Oh, yeah. You ready for these?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Friday hits different. I saved some of my favorites for the end of the week. We'll start off with Julie. Julie said, my mother-in-law screamed at the top of her lungs in front of our friends and family that I was stealing her baby away from her.
Oh, no.
I only suggested we go home because he had a migraine. Her baby is 24 years old, and he has been married to me for a year.
Yeah. Yeah. As a mom of two boys, like I am like trying now to not be like that, right? Like
To be
they're
the
my
crazy
babies.
mother-in-law?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
my babies, but I'm going to give them that space when they're an adult. So F your L for sure.
Yeah, in fact, actually, she was going to go home and like mother him because he had a migraine. But yeah.
You pass them along.
You married a mama's boy, though. So
Yes.
for that, I say big baby. But you're going to say F My Life for having the mother-in-law from hell.
Oh, they're
I get
just
it.
really hard to deal with. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. All right. Next FML email sent to me by Terrence. Terrence said, it's the second week into my new neighbor's routine. He works night and she works days. He likes to blast out Slayer and Napalm Death all day. She likes to drunkenly sing out a tune to Adele at night. I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Sounds like apartment living for Terrence there.
Yeah, I say big baby though, especially that guy's music choice. Like I'm down with that, right? I would love that. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you, neighbor. And the girl sounds kind of entertaining. So
I don't know.
get your popcorn.
Terrence, it sounds like you've been staying in your apartment too long. Get outside, enjoy
true.
the surroundings, So, all right. So for that, I'm going to say big baby as well. Next email sent to me by Blake. Blake said, my idiot roommate finally realized that a girl who follows you everywhere like a puppy always wants to talk to you and always wants to talk to you and accidentally sends nudes is into you. Are you following me so far? Because I know I read that kind of wrong. So my idiot roommate finally realized that a girl who follows you everywhere like a puppy always wants to talk to you and accidentally sends nudes is into you. Unfortunately, she's since moved on from him. Now I get to listen to him whine about how unfair it all is.
Yeah, that's a FML.
Yeah, for us guys, we are so dumb. You have to literally spell it out for us.
It sounds like that girl was though, and that guy's friend is just a goof.
Right. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we're all goofs until we're 40, and hell, some of us still goofs after that.
True.
Yes. Also, accidentally get nudes? Man, I would pray for the day that I accidentally get nudes from a woman, not dudes, because that has happened.
Yep.
All right, 2 more left here. Cassie said, I sprayed down some ants in my house, and in the sea of ants corpses was a single living ant seemingly cradling a dead one in its arms. Yes. I'm convinced I just became the villain in an epic tragedy. Now I have to live with my ant problem because I can't bear to tear another family apart.
I'm seriously getting kind of teary over that.
Yes, you look too closely at the ants. You never want to do that when you commit ant genocide. That was your mistake, but definitely an F my life.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so crazy.
So sad.
Yeah, so sorry for your loss there, Cassie. Please stop murdering ants.
Yeah.
Just move. It's just easier to move.
Exactly.
Let them take over. All right, final of my life is a doozy sent to me by Veronica. She said, Beef, my sister asked me if I was going to get married for real this time because she didn't want to waste her money like she did on my previous engagement. The reason that one didn't work out in the first place is because she slept with my fiance.
Oh.
Yeah, plot twist. Dun, dun, dun. F my life.
Wow. For a second, I was going to be like, okay, valid, right? You like to budget. And then she slept with a fiance, so it's a big FML.
Yeah. It's like, B, that's your fault.
Yeah, that is her fault.
Yeah. So,
see you later.
Super F my life there, Veronica. And you know what? Don't invite your sister to the wedding. How about that? I think that's fair.
Not.
And if your parents complain, be like, you remember she slept with Jorge? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So keep those emails coming. beef@kfma.com. We'll let the reset. When we come back, we give you a keyword so you can fly yourself to Maui. Keep it right here on Rock 102.1. All right. I don't know if you heard the tease, but I said if you join us on a broadcast, we're going to be hating on Corey Feldman. And I am about to do that right now. He released a brand new music video. And so and Mari knows, I just don't like Corey Feldman as a person.
Oh, you despise him as a person.
I do love his stage show. His stage show is hilarious because he is insane. He is certifiably insane, legitimately, right? Because he thinks he's Michael Jackson, reincarnated. When I'm like, I keep pointing out the fact that he was alive when Michael Jackson was alive, right? Well, he just released this music video utilizing AI to kind of recreate peak Feldman and his legendary characters from Goonies and Lost Boys and The Burbs, and it probably stops there. Let's check it out. There's young Feldman.
Cute.
He was a cute kid. Oh my God. It's already.
Hamburgers. How can you hit on hamburgers?
He thinks he's the fucking Beatles now, too. And it's also like psychedelically creepy in like a scary, terrifying way. It's bad AI.
We're the last to hide our face, shadows from the past. But soon enough, the image fades and no longer fits the cast. We're all just characters. Every day's a brand new scene. We do our best to say the words on the pages in between.
Oh man, it's so bad, and it's great though that he is transitioning to his Beatles era. It's like the guy literally just heard Beatles and then just like, you know what? Now I'm going to be the Beatles.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I just heard the Sgt. Peppers.
Yeah, he's going backwards. Yeah. And he's just like, I was already Michael Jackson for the first like part of my career. Now I'm going to be Beatles. And then
Got some Bowie. Some David Bowie influence too.
Don't even besmirch Bowie like that. All right, let's watch a little bit more. Hopefully it changes up. That looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in here. We're reacting to Corey Feldman turning into the Beatles. My God. Bald Feldman.
Oh,
I didn't see
big
that
old
movie.
brain.
Oh, here's where it rocks.
Lacking faith is lacking. How you gonna steal the show?
It is such a everything he does is plagiaristic. Dude. Froggy.
Stand by Me.
Yeah.
Goonies.
Oh, that's Froggy. Yeah, Lost Boys. My instinct is to hate on Feldman, and I will. I don't even care if this song is even palatable. Not. Yeah.
I'm speechless.
All right. What do you guys think? Let us know in the stream as well. What do you think of AI Feldman? The Burbs is a great movie. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, he might do some Queen music. He'll, he has no range, but in his mind, he has all the range. What's your favorite Corey Feldman movie? Herb Stratford.
Oh, it's got to be Lost Boys.
Yeah, it's classic. He's a little mad about, Corey Feldman or Lost Boys 2. Are they going to redo Lost Boys? Modern version of it?
I bet they are, because aren't they going to redo the Goonies right now? I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Are they doing like a what's the Happy Gilmore 2 too?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
comes
that's-
out next week.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're not talking about that this week. We should. But I was telling Mari that I'm such a dope that I was thinking that this was Fantastic Four week all week long.
Yeah, no, it's next week.
I know.
He's common
I
knowledge.
can't have Gary being taller than me. That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Weird.
Try to set up your chair there. Did you
There we
watch
go.
Superman, Herb?
I did.
Okay, and did you love it too?
I did. I mean, I will tell you, I thought it was good, not great. I mean,
Okay.
I feel like it's a great first step for James Gunn and Peter Safran to lead DC Studios. I think I'm curious about Supergirl. I loved Nathan Fillion as the Green Lantern, whatever his name is. I thought it was funny. I thought it was well done. I liked the fact that Jimmy Olsen had more to do. I did not like Superman's Earth parents. I thought they were too stupid.
Okay.
I thought Bradley Cooper was stunt casting as his father on Krypton. But I mean, overall, I thought it was fun. And I mean, David Cornsweet, I mean, he's perfect as Superman. And I love Rachel Brosnahan. So I think it was fun. It was a good time.
All right, so that was Herb Stratford's tail end of the Superman review, which has already been out and is a certifiable blockbuster hit for DC and Warner Brothers, which is good news moving forward. The Supergirl character, James Gunn is already talking about how she's going to be basically traumatized and be like a raging alcoholic party girl. And I'm like, that's my type of Supergirl. That's
I'm there for it.
yeah, that's who I'm in love with. I mean, that's just like all the red flags. Like that cape is a giant red flag. Like, I love Supergirl. So I can't wait to see what he does with that and just kind of like the DC universe. Because if anything like the cartoon series that they keep releasing, all these different cartoon shows, it's going to be super adult humor. And it's almost like Adult Swim meets like superhero universe, right?
Well, and I feel like that's what they had to do to differentiate themselves from Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Because we've got Marvel burnout right now, so they really had to find a good space, and I think they found it. And honestly, Nick Holt as Lex Luthor, finally a Lex Luthor that's actually scary and actually has the means. Like, he's a bro billionaire and he's evil and he hates Superman. He's jealous. I mean, that's awesome.
See, that's what I was talking about too. Is like he did such a good job as the villain, right? They did such a good job in creating Lex Luthor in that movie to be a convincing bad guy, big bad. That's what you need in a good superhero movie.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the monster tearing the city apart was, people are complaining about that all these movies end up with these giant, CGI finales, but I don't know. I felt like there was enough other stuff going on that it wasn't like, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah, no, I thought it was entertaining all the way through, but let's move forward. Okay. This is going to be the summer of Pedro Pascal. All right. So these next 2 weeks,
Another one?
Yes. Another summer of Pedro Pascal. And he's still like, if Yas Money was here, she would melt out the chair. Still, like for whatever reason, still has the hearts of women all over the world and is getting all the elite casting. Of course, next week, he's going to be in the lead role.
Reed Richards,
yeah, in Fantastic Four. This week, he's going to be in an A24 film that looks amazing and also stars Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
It's called Eddington.
Yeah, so this is Ari Aster, who you may remember that name. He's a horror director, does a lot of stuff for A24.
He's a horror director, yes.
Horror. And this is a different kind of horror movie. This is basically set during the pandemic in a small New Mexico town. And as you mentioned, Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, but also Austin Butler.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And Emma Stone.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you got an all-star cast in this,
So,
right?
and basically, it's sort of a feud between the sheriff and the mayor, and everybody's sort of getting out of hand. And I was supposed to go see it yesterday, and it got screwed up, so I haven't seen it. But my only concern is, it's a pandemic movie. Do I really want to be reminded of all that crap? Is it too soon? It feels a little too soon for me. I don't know. But it does look sort of slapsticky and fun. So I'm gonna go see it. I just didn't get to see it before I came.
Is this based out of New Mexico? Where's this based out of?
Yeah, it's in New Mexico.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it still feels like Arizona to me because it does look. You see the desert and it reminds you of kind of like the small towns that you would kind of drive through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Eddington is the name of that. What's the Rotten Tomatoes score? What's the early buzz on this?
Because it's low. It's 67, and I don't know
that's
why
not
that
good.
is. Yeah, I don't know why that is, and maybe it's because the fanboys are like, it's not a horror movie, right? I want you to do horror movies. Ari Aster.
A24.
Yeah.
So I think that may be part of it, but also they didn't do a lot of early screenings, so I just think people haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, because it looks fantastic, and you can't get a better cast than that.
No.
And I've seen some of the clips, heard some of the audio as well, of Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix going toe-to-toe, and I thought those were scene stealers. So it's A24.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't put out garbage. Yeah.
All right, let's guess the box office of Eddington this weekend.
This weekend, I think you're still having a lot of spillover from Superman, so I think it's only going to be maybe 30.
30 million? I think you're going too high on that. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. The fact that it's a horror movie in July, even though it does star like the America's heartthrob, Pedro Pascal, which is still insane to me because the guy's like 70, but respect. He's a good actor. All right, I'm sorry. He went to high school with Herb. Wow. It still feels like an art film to me. And for that, in this kind of blockbuster era that we're in the summertime, there's various options with F1 still and Superman. So I think 25 million is going to be the take.
And you still got Jurassic World out there too.
And Jurassic World. Exactly. Right. You have all these big movies. So why would you go see a horror film that's not a horror film?
Yeah. Well, you may be right. We'll check in next week. Yeah.
But that's basically the most notable film that's being released in theaters. All right. So coming up next, we're going to be talking about what's coming to our streaming services. And we're going to talk about that on the podcast broadcast as well. So you can join us, youtube.com/bevegan, or keep it right here on Rock 102.1. All right, clear. All right. And then the new season of the challenge is dropping here soon.
On the 30th, yeah.
Yeah. And then All Stars.
But you probably already know who won, so you don't even really care.
No.
I do know who won, and I still do care.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No spoilers, buddy.
Yeah, no, I won't tell you spoilers. You're going to actually like the winner this season.
All right.
I know.
I know. And then did you go? Nick said though about the Mortal Kombat 2 movie.
Oh yeah.
Is there any buzz around that?
Well, it's just a trailer. Well, so
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage. I'll show you the trailer here in a second. It's a fun trailer. And they show is it Keith Urban who is Johnny Cage? The only problem with the Johnny Cage casting is that Keith Urban is a little older for my liking. He's a good actor and stuff. But
is it really Keith Urban?
No,
it's not Keith Urban.
Carl Urban.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
This guy with names.
He's on it though.
I read it as Keith Urban every time I see it, and I'm like, hey, that's the guy from The Boys. I didn't know. That's not.
Yeah, I do love Carl Urban. Yeah. So,
I'm a huge country fan.
Yes, but you might be a little old for that. But I guess that's the premise, right? He's an aged out actor, right?
Yeah. What's cool about it, Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, and Johnny Cage, is that they released an IMDb on it as well, and it was super funny, talking about all the Cage movies. We kind of seen this. If you saw Tropic Thunder, think Tropic Thunder. It's just like that and that premise. There is an official Red Band trailer that we could watch right now of Mortal Kombat 2, and let's see. Let me pull it up. And we'll react to it right now. All right.
I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I love Mortal Kombat.
That's surprising.
Get over here. Finish him.
That's spot on. All right. Here it comes.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Oh, the Wu-Tang? All right.
Yeah.
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It's a good call.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You dickhead did or what? I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Oh, nice.
There's a war going on outside. You could run, but you can't hop forever, ever.
Damn, I hate that I love this.
I'm loving it too.
You were meant to be. All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime.
Scorpion.
Here we go, Marty.
Get over here!
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do that one.
Only the strong survive.
Oh. Whoa.
Amazing.
Kidding me? You don't have any powers? Just incredibly handsome.
That's his power, just being incredibly handsome.
I'm here for it.
All right. Yeah. All right. What do you think of the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? Yeah, Carl Urban. Yeah, thank you.
I didn't hear a single Keith Urban song.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
I know.
And he the one that's married to Nicole Kidman now? I'm so confused.
I know.
Can't keep him straight.
I can't. I didn't even know they were related. You know.
They're both Australian, though, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
It's the Urbans, you know.
Really?
The Urbans actually make up for 13% of the Australian population. I didn't know that.
And 50% of the crimes.
Yeah, exactly. So, very good-looking people there, the Urbans. So, and all right, well, yeah, that was a big release, obviously, and that's going to be dropping in the fall. So that's pretty good. We covered some other movie news that was kind of surprising earlier this morning. We talked about the reboot of Judge Dredd. Did you hear about this?
No.
So you're excited about this?
Speaking of Carl Urban.
Right, exactly, because this will be the
Right?
third
Yeah.
try and attempt for Judge Dredd, which is a comic book character, and our guy Takai Wakatiti.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I like how you just he nailed it.
He's my boy.
Yeah, he's gonna be the director. So he's
Okay.
tapped to do it.
All right, because I mean, the Stallone one was embarrassing, and the Carl Urban one was good, but it did never connect.
Nobody watched
So,
it.
yeah.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, I was reminded of it this morning when I was repeating on it. Yeah, Carl Urban is in it, and I was like, nobody saw that, right? So I'm like, and so studios are like, well, let's do it again since it was such a big hit last time,
Throw down your weapons and prepare to be judged. I mean,
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so you're a super fan? Huh?
I'm a savant. I remember things that I shouldn't. So.
Okay, all right. We're gonna be talking about Balloon Boy, but Trainwreck and Untamed. So we're gonna talk about the Netflix stuff going on here in our next segment. So we'll have that going on in about 1 minute. And then you've already watched All Stars, so you're not gonna watch it again on Paramount, correct?
No, I mean, I watched it when it came out, when it was on MTV, right?
Yeah.
No. So I'm just looking forward to the regular season. It's got a great cast, so I'm excited about it. Challenge.
Yeah, they're basically doing fresh meat. I know. You never watched the challenge, but you heard us.
Yeah.
You were too busy having sex with women growing up. The thing.
Something like that.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, careful, Gary. Careful.
I
I
understand.
was busy working.
Yeah, I know.
Being productive.
I know. That's all right. I mean, what's the longest show that you like? Longest running show that you're a fan of that you've been watching?
Supernatural.
Supernatural. Is that still on?
No. But I mean, like, that's the longest running show I've watched in its entirety, right?
You watching it? When's the last time? Do you still watch it?
No,
reruns?
No,
what about you? What's your go-to show that you're gonna watch still, and you've been watching for like 20 years?
Oh.
I mean, Friends.
Yeah. Okay. You still watch Friends?
Yeah.
It's because you're married and probably have to. But let's see. We're on here. Well, go ahead and say. What were you gonna say, Chef Gary?
No, my wife had never seen it before we met.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Friends?
Yeah.
And so you're the one who introduced her to Friends.
It's kind of a backstory, but it's okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, and she still said yes, and that's good. Yeah. Nice. All right, let's get into. I'm just messing around. All right, so obviously we talked about a movie. There's only one big movie that's coming out this week, but there's a couple things dropping on Netflix. So if you don't want to go outside your house and just sit on the couch, there's some things to be excited about. Let's first talk about Untamed. It's a series that's about 6 episodes long, and it stars a former American or Incredible Hulk and Eric Bana, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think he's a chronically underused actor. I feel like whenever he does stuff, he's interesting. He just either doesn't have good representation or he's too far down the call list.
Or he's like a bad person to work with.
Yeah, it could be. He could be a bad guy. So this is it's sort of a perfectly timed series where Eric Bana plays a park ranger at Yosemite. And so, interestingly enough, most of this is filmed in the park, which is interesting because they're very hard to work with. I've heard from filmmakers it's very hard to get permission to film in the state park or the park system. So anyway, he plays a park ranger who is sort of a loner. His boss is Sam Neill, and he's sort of this guy. He's crabby and whatever. Then there's a death in the park, and it starts to unravel all of these secrets that have been going on for decades, and all these past relationships and people. Squatters living in the park and, different things. And so it's very well done, very interesting. And it's a great cast, and it's actually sort of a slow burn. So if you want to watch something about a world you probably don't know anything about, like park squatters,
right?
I didn't know that could happen, but apparently it's very easy to happen.
You just go out camping and you never leave.
Yeah.
And you live off the land like, I don't know, like a human being. Like this is what our ancestors did, right? They just survived.
And there's drug smuggling and Native Americans. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this series. So it's definitely an interesting thing. It's about 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. It's worth your time.
We could add to that too, because our streamer OG1 Manny said he just watched it and he enjoyed the story itself. It does look like a pretty fun series. And of course, 6 episodes are about an hour a piece.
Yeah, 45 minutes, something like that.
Something you could binge for the weekend and has a pretty good cast. And it looks like even the graphics and everything and kind of immerses you in that world of being in a national park, but with also explosions. So
and now there's just nobody working in the national park. So it's nice to see people in uniform.
Yeah, now everyone can go squat there.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's to drop it on Netflix, but that's not all. There's another addition to the Trainwreck series. We were actually talking with Chef Gary about it earlier, where he just came back from a cruise. So we talked about Poop Cruise a little bit, and I had some questions about that. This one I've been most excited about because I remember the story of Balloon Boy, when the entire world stopped and was like, oh no, there's a boy in a hot air balloon and is way up in the sky and never coming down. And the whole thing ended up being a big hoax, right? So Trainwreck is going to be talking about Balloon Boy, and that dropped this weekend. Tell me all about it.
So that happened in 2009, and it was sort of this, goofy family where the father was sort of this inventor guy and ne'er-do-well guy and a goofball, and he had these kids. And so he built this UFO, which was basically just a helium-filled, looks like a Jiffy Pop popcorn thing.
Right. The same thing that kind of went down to the ground in Roswell, New Mexico back in the 50s.
Very similar,
Yes.
And so basically the balloon takes off and they think one of their kids is in the balloon in this UFO. And so then, of course, spoiler alert, it comes down and the kid was not in there. But the whole question remains, was it
Gary.
Was it a scam? or not. And it's sort of like you want to be known as the worst parent on the planet. I don't know.
Right.
But for me, it was interesting because seeing all these characters, the family's still together. Balloon Boy's like 21 now. I mean, it's like
he's a balloon man.
It's interesting to see like this and also to think back to a time in 2009 when the whole world could be captivated by some goofy story.
Right.
Right now, we're also exhausted from everything else that's going on. But
we can still be captivated by goofy stories. Are you kidding me? You heard about the CEO guy got cheating on his wife at a Coldplay concert?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Man, look at this Balloon Boy.
That's Balloon Boy.
He's
Yeah.
all grown up.
Yeah, so it's an interesting, I will say some of these Trainwreck episodes are better than others. Like the next one that's coming out is called PI Moms, Private Investigator Moms.
Yeah.
Not so great.
No, I saw the trailer for that or whatever. I was so
yeah, I sort of had to
interested.
make myself watch it.
Right.
I thought Poop Cruise was really sort of amazing.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that one.
Yeah. I mean, it did not make you want to go on a cruise. That is for sure.
Plus, there was so much debauchery on the Poop Cruise, which made it more fun. With this, I've totally thought 100% that everyone knew that Balloon Boy was kind of like a scam, but they asked the question and really make you feel like they take you along in the story so you could kind of lean in either direction.
Yeah, I mean, there's no firm resolution, like they're not going to admit it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's pretty obvious that the whole thing, the way they videoed everything, I mean, it was like, okay.
Right.
I mean, and you couldn't really be that bad of a parent. I mean, plenty of people have 3 kids. They don't lose one.
Right. That's true.
I mean, that's why you have them, though, a backup kid. I don't know. Anyway, I only have one, so I had to be very careful with mine. So, anyway.
Yeah, but okay. So if you've been a fan of the Trainwreck documentary series on Netflix, which I am, there's a very easily digestible, ADD proof, documentaries, 1 hour episodes telling an entire tale. Well, the latest one, Trainwreck, a Balloon Boy, is on Netflix now. So those are 2 things that you can enjoy on the Netflix and chill. All right. With that said, let's hit the reset. We got a couple things that we're going to talk about here on the stream. Star Trek Strange New Worlds and the documentary on Billy Joel. So we're going to be talking about that on youtube.com/beefvegan. Be back with the beef tip after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right.
And last week there was one thing, since I wasn't here, it wasn't just Superman, but there's another movie that's just really remarkable that's streaming. It's called Sovereign. And this is a movie about, I don't know if you know what the sovereign citizen is, but that's somebody that sort of believes that they're above, the laws don't relate to them, and blah, blah, blah. So this is a true story about a guy played by Nick Offerman who is a sovereign citizen, and his son, and sort of, I don't want to say ripped from the headlines, but I mean, it's a true story. And then Dennis Quaid plays the sheriff in this town where this is all going down. And Nick Offerman, who everybody, the right is trying to embrace him. And he's like, no, screw you, I'm left. Very hardcore. They're like, Parks and Rec Ron would have voted for Trump. And he's like, no, Ron was a best man at a gay wedding on Parks and Rec. He would not have voted for Trump. So anyway, it's very interesting. And then, of course, you got Dennis Quaid, who played Reagan, who is also a very big Trumper. Interesting to have those 2 guys in a movie together. But this movie is, I mean, number one, it's heartbreaking because, you're seeing a lot of this world through Nick Offerman's son, who's sort of trying to manage having this dad who is completely off the rails.
Yeah.
And it's just a really powerful piece. And of course, it ends violently. But I got to applaud Nick Offerman. He is doing some really interesting stuff. So look for Sovereign. It's streaming. It's amazing, an amazing piece of film. And I don't want it to not get seen.
Where's it streaming on?
I think it's just on pay-per-view. Like on
so you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't get released in movie theaters.
It's in some theaters, but not a lot. I think it's a tough sell. Half the country is going to be like, yeah, we're sovereign citizens. So you gotta figure that out.
Okay, I could see that.
So look for Sovereign. That's good. But then, the other things, you want to talk about Star Trek and the other stuff?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is good too for the stream. I gotta make sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Independent Radio, KWSS 93.9. I'm really doing this review for one man, and that's the owner of this station, Mr. Magna Magarelli, huge Star Trek fan, huge Trekkie. Right. And he's actually good looking and dates, so you'd be surprised. But
it's not a disqualifier. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's get him all geeked up about this Star Trek release here. Is it a series of Star Trek Strange New Worlds?
Yeah, so this is the series, and I got to tell you, I was a big Next Generation fan. I wasn't an original series fan. Maybe just because I was too young when it came out or whatever. But
nerd flex. Sorry,
I love Next Generation, Picard and Riker and all those guys. But this is the first time I've had a show, a Star Trek series where I really fell in love with the cast, not just Nurse Chapel, but all of them. And I like that it's episodic. So it's not like Discovery where it was a whole season arc and that was one story. Each episode is a different, like the original series and like Next Generation. Each episode is a contained story. So this is the third season of this series, and it's basically set before Kirk got to the Enterprise. So the original captain of the Enterprise being Christopher Pike. You do have a young Spock. You do have Nurse Chapel. You have, some of these folks that actually Scotty just showed up this season now. So you're starting to get these characters before they were on the original series. Okay. And it's just a lot. It's a lot of fun. There's 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was so excited. It's been like 2 years since the last season. So I'm really excited that it's back. I love, like I said, I love the cast. I love the storylines. And I'm a little sad that it's only going to have 5 seasons and the 5th season is going to be a short season. But this is the 3rd season, a full 10 episodes, and then we'll get 4 seasons and a half a 5th. So there's plenty of Star Trek to go. But if you're interested in sort of old school storytelling, this is definitely the series for you more than some of the other ones like Enterprise or Discovery. So
right. I will say this. I mean, looking at the trailer and stuff, it does look fantastic. It looks big budget, clean. It seems like some of these characters I've seen on like the Star Trek cartoon show come to life, right?
Yes, yeah, the Below Decks, yeah, and that's actually coming to an end as well. So yeah, and there's some fun stuff like Carol Kane, and then you see
Patton Oswalt, yes,
Patton Oswalt. I mean, it's fun. Like people are like, yeah, I'll be on Star Trek. I mean, why would you not? So yeah, so this is fun. Definitely worth your time if you're a Trek fan. If not, why would you?
A Trekkie. I mean, say it right.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, for all you Trekkies out there, and I know you're not going on dates, so you can sit back and watch Star Trek: Strange New Worlds
Thursday nights.
I don't know why I hate this. It's not like I have any dates lined up. I might as well watch this, right? I could binge the whole series the whole week. No one even know I'm missing.
We miss you at work.
All right, so that's the Star Trek here. Whoop. And of course, I recorded that for KWSS as well. So review. Boop, boop, boop. All right. With that said, though, let's get ready for our next segment. And but before, early this morning, we did a round of the last word, and we did sore loser rules, and it was a pretty good round between Lisa and Jessica. Was sore loser rules applied? I'll find out in this riveting clip. Check it out. Hey, Mari, I said I want to play a game.
Oh.
Let's meet our contestants here. On line 1, we got Jessica. Good morning, Jessica. Jessica, you there?
Good morning.
All right. On line 2, we have Lisa. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning.
All right. So we're going to play a round of the last word. It's a verbal hot potato game. Think Family Feud. I'm going to give you a category. You're going to start with an answer. Your opponent's going to give an answer back. You guys are going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers. Whoever gets the last acceptable answer without repeating one another before the 30-second clock runs out wins the round. Best 2 out of 3 will win the tickets for Volbeat. But sore loser rules will be applied, meaning the loser decides whether the winner will walk away with those tickets or we hang up on both callers and give them out to caller number 69. Could be anyone listening and could be the person who just lost. Now, Lisa said before we got on the air, I won't do that to you, Jessica. I promise. Jessica said, well, I've already done it to someone else. I can't promise I won't do it again. So Jessica has been a sore loser in the past, and we'll see what happens here in the last word. Are you both ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. We'll start off with line 1, Jessica. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Name a place people check their appearance before entering. Go.
The car.
Okay. Lisa, the car.
Rearview mirror.
Say that again?
Rearview mirror.
A river mirror? No. So there's you got to name a place people check their appearance, not a thing where they check their appearance, right?
Where they're going to check their appearance?
Yeah. Like name a place your people check their appearance for
ready
entering.
to go on a date.
Yeah. Okay.
On a date.
All right. So Lisa said on a date, or Jessica?
Store window.
Okay, store window. Okay. Jessica.
Dressing room.
All right, Lisa.
Court.
Yes, yeah. Check your appearance for court. Yes, Jessica.
Going to the gym.
Yes, check your appearance for the gym. Lisa.
Going to lunch.
Yes, okay.
At a restaurant.
All right. Ooh, Lisa got that first round there.
Took a while to get there, but
yeah, it did take a while.
We got there.
I mean,
longest 30
there's
seconds ever.
lots of things we could use to check our appearance, but yeah, these are places.
We got there.
All right, yeah. So, Lisa, you're going to start off round 2. Jessica, you need to win this round to stay in the game. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking this question. Are you ready, Lisa?
I'm ready.
All right. Name something you do when you're nervous. Go.
Bite your fingernail.
Okay. Jessica.
Stutter.
Oh, yes. Okay, Lisa.
Smoke cigarettes.
Okay, Jessica.
Fidget.
Yes, Lisa.
Curl your hair.
Okay, curl. Jessica.
Tremble.
Okay, Lisa.
Adjust your clothes.
Okay, Jessica.
Talk fast.
Okay, Lisa.
Tap your foot.
Oh.
I was tapping my foot right now.
Are you nervous for this?
I don't know.
Yeah. Those are a bunch of great answers that all just happened right now. But with a score of 2-0, it looks like we got a winner in Lisa. Yes. All right. Now, Jessica, how do you feel about this loss? I mean, you had so many different answers there. You were putting up a good fight.
Rocco 2.1 camp, man. Welcome back to DP Presents. Hold on, we got to pop back on here.
We only got a couple minutes here before we wrap things up. As we're hanging out with Chef Gary and film critic Herb Stratford, which is always a pleasure. And thank you guys for coming in. Chef Gary came in because he is once again co-hosting the Iron Chef finale that's going down between Chef Anthony Drumgoole and Chef Mackenzie, and they're facing off against each other on Saturday, July 26th, to see who the Iron Chef of Tucson is going to be this year. Can Chef Anthony run it back and be a back-to-back champion, or will Chef Mackenzie, who has done a little bit of TV work and has been a lifelong foodie fanatic, make the major upset? It's going to be a fantastic battle and wildly entertaining with Chef Gary and Chef Ryan involved. You can get your ticket information, kfma.com. There you can score your tickets. And don't forget, the culinary experience is going to be happening before that. So you can eat, you can game, you can drink, and then you be entertained. It's 1 hour of extreme cooking. Would you call it extreme cooking?
It's pretty extreme.
It's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, even the way he said it sounds pretty extreme.
It did.
Yeah. Pretty extreme.
Yeah. And, shout out to all the different samples and sponsors are going to be there, like Blue Moon Peroni, Redbird Scratch Kitchen and Bar, Tacos, or Red's Tacos, Blue Ray's Sonoran Tea, Ray Ray's Sonoran Tea, and the Thai Kitchen. There's too many to name, actually. We got so many. You can check out all the different vendors that are going to be for the culinary experience at kfma.com. All right, let me give you a beef tip here. If you got the summertime sadness, there are 3 ways that sports can boost your mental health. So keep this in mind, because golf's Open Championship starts today, and Major League Baseball's second half, is going on. WNBA All-Star Game is Saturday. Did anyone know that? Did you know the WNBA thing? Well, you can start watching sports because the Huffington Post did a story about how watching sports is good for you. 1, you get a dopamine hit, right? It's a feel-good hormone, right? 2, it instills a feeling of community. And all my Roadrunner fans out there know that, when our team comes from behind and wins, you're high-fiving and hugging everybody. We're all part of that one family. And 3, it's a healthy distraction. So if you find yourself getting a case of the summertime sadness, turn on the game. You'll get that dopamine hit. Maybe you'll feel a little bit better, unless you're a Jets fan. Then you'll be suicidal. All right. So that's all the time that we have for the show. Am I wrong, Chef Gary?
Nope.
Right. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/bevegan. Enjoy your weekend. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you
had to get one little Jets fan dig in there. Right? Or Cardinals fan. Or hell, even a Suns fan.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Babuski.